So dear students, now let me continue our discussion on electrostatics, and today I will discuss about continuous charge distribution and some problems involving continuous charge distribution. So these are very simple topics, but this is very needful topics to develop the advanced level of electrostatics. So we first need to know about what kinds of charge distributions are arised in various cases in various systems, and basically for developing the theory we need to know about the charge distribution, because everything that we will discuss later will base more or less on charge distribution. And I have told when I was telling you about the quantization of charge, then this is the challenging thing, and this theory basically challenged the quantization of charge, because if charge is quantized, why we need to discuss about continuous charge distribution? And this is because of the fact that this is a macroscopic view. So quantization of charge is nothing but a microscopic view, but the continuous charge distribution is the macroscopic view, where large number of electrons are there in just a 1 coulomb of charge. So you can imagine that how many electrons, how much electrons are there in a particular charge which is on a wire or something, on a conductor, on a surface of conductor, etc. So we need to analysis continuous charge distribution, though charge is a quantity in microscopic from the microscopic viewpoint. So let me analysis this continuous charge distribution, and there are three kinds of continuous charge distribution according to the dimension of the object. You can say for one dimensional distribution we will study about linear charge distribution, and for two dimensional case there is charge is distributed on a surface, and in that case we have to analysis about surface charge density. And when the charge is distributed within a volume, we have to study about the volume charge distribution. So three kinds of charge distribution we will discuss here. Okay, so first thing, let me analysis about the linear charge distribution, or you can say the line charge. So linear charge distribution, okay. And when we will study or we will analysis this, when the charge is distributed on a line, something like that. So let me suppose this is a line which is run from A to B, and some amount of charge is distributed on the line. Maybe it is positive or negative charge. Let me take it as positive charge. It is distributed, and suppose the total charge is Q, and the length of this wire, or the length of this line, you can say this is L. Okay, so how we can define this linear charge distribution? It is denoted as lambda, that is charge per unit length. So initially you can define it like this, just lambda is equal to Q upon L. But what is the problem? This lambda is equal to Q upon L is only valid when the charge is distributed uniformly throughout the wire. It means that each and every length, okay, per unit length, the charge Q upon L is lambda. So it may be happen that for this unit length and for this unit length, the Q by L will be different, and that we cannot get from this equation, because it will give you the same result at each and every point, because total charge is constant and the total length is also constant. So you will get always here a constant value. Okay, you will get always a constant value, but it may happen the charge distribution in such a way that you cannot get the same charge here for 1 unit length and here for 1 unit length. There is a possibility that the charge distribution may be happened in such a way that here the charge density, here the charge per unit length is different, and here the charge per unit length is different. So what we have to do in that case? Obviously we have to invite calculus for solving these kinds of things. Always we are inviting calculus for these kinds of things where there is non-uniform distributions are there. Okay, so when there are non-uniform distribution, we have to take a very small amount of charge dq within a length dl, or you can take it as a ds, and in that case we will get lambda is equal to dq upon dl. So you can take that dq is equal to lambda dl, and in that case maybe lambda is a function of L or function of x. If you talk about dx by dx, there is lambda is not constant. When lambda is not constant, then it may be a function of L or function of x. So here you can have this kind of relation, lambda L dl, dq is equal to, or in place of dl if we use the notation x that we like to use most of the cases, that is in that case you will get this kinds of relation, that is lambda x dx. Now if you want to calculate the total charge, if you are given a lambda in terms of L, or you are asked to find out the total charge, then you have to integrate this equation, and that will be obviously the line integration. And so the total charge, if this is integration dq, will give you the total charge q, and that will be the integration lambda L dl, and the limit will run from a to b, and the limit of a and b will be completely depend on the geometry of this situation and position vector, etc, etc. So it will depend, and it will vary case to case. We will discuss and see when we will solve problems. Okay, so this is all about the linear charge distribution. Okay, so now let me talk about the surface charge density when the charge will be distributed along a surface, on a surface. Okay, so let me understand about the surface charge density. The concept is same, but just the geometry will be changed. Okay, so let me talk about surface charge density. Surface charge density, and this is denoted as sigma. Okay, so sometimes you will find that if the charge is distributed on a surface, let me take a surface like this. This is a general non-regular surface, and the charge is distributed throughout the surface. Okay, so here you can see, if this is the area, total area is S, and charge which is Q, then sigma can be defined as Q by S, and the same thing will be happen. This sigma will be constant, but if there is, this is only valid for uniform charge distribution, okay, for uniform charge distribution. Otherwise, if you talk about non-uniform charge distribution, in that case you have to define sigma like this, dq upon ds, and in that case you have to choose a small surface ds where dq charge is there distributed, in this case you will get sigma is equal to dq upon ds. And now if you want to find out the total charge, again you have to integrate it, but now this time it will be surface integration. So you can define like this, and again the geometry will depend on the limit will be depend on the geometry. So which implies that total charge q will be, if integration dq, if I assume that it is capital Q, then it will be integration sigma ds. Okay, so this will be the total charge for this kinds of situation. Now if you talk about the volume charge density, then again it will replace, the area will be replaced by volume. Okay, so if you talk about volume charge density, but the concept is same for each and every case, just the geometry is different, and accordingly the calculation, the mathematics will be changed, but the concept is just same for each and every case. Okay, so let me talk about volume charge density. Okay, so what is volume charge density? It is denoted by rho, and again if you have a irregular volume, okay, where charge is distributed like this, within this volume V, suppose Q charge is distributed, then again you have to define rho is equal to Q upon V for uniform charge distribution. But if you talk about non-uniform charge distribution, then it will be again dq upon dV. Now if you want to find out the total charge, then you have to take this dq will be rho dV, and now q will be integration dq, and that will be integration rho dV, that is the volume integration, and again rho will be the function of V. Okay, or change accordingly. Okay, and dV and ds will be different in different coordinate system, in cylindrical coordinate system, in spherical coordinate system it will be different. So let me give you this also. Okay, so this, I think you know, I have discussed this thing in mathematical physics, that what is the volume element dV in spherical coordinate, it will be r square sin theta, okay, dr d theta d phi. So we will use for problem solving purpose, and ds will be r square sin theta d theta d phi, okay. But if you get the symmetry of the surface, so if it is a purely spherical surface, then you can write this as, if you integrate for theta and phi, then you will get sin theta d theta will be sin theta d theta will be integration sin theta d theta from 0 to pi will be 2, and this d phi from 0 to 2 pi will be 2 pi. So it will be 2 pi into 2, so 4 pi r square dr. So if you have, let me give you in detail. So if there is a symmetry in theta and phi, okay, and if the surface, if the volume is spherical volume, completely spherical volume, or the volume is, or the surface is completely surface of a sphere, then you can write this r square sin theta d theta d phi as in that case. So let me first talk about dv. So for dv you will get just this kinds of situation, that is r square, okay, dr. So it will be different only, but this will remain same always. This sin theta d theta in spherical coordinate theta will vary from 0 to pi, and phi will vary from 0 to 2 pi. So in that case you can get a ready-made result for this. This sin theta d theta will be 2 integration 0 to 2 pi, and this will be 2 pi, so it will be just 4 pi r square dr. So you can use dv for spherical symmetry directly. If the volume element is not dependent on theta and phi, then you can easily write this dv as 4 pi r square dr. Okay. Similarly, in another words, you can get this ds also, and so ds will be in that case r square into integration sin theta d theta, okay. So and d phi, so you will get here 2 pi r dr, okay. So you cannot find it like this, r square sin theta d theta d phi, you cannot find it like this. So I can give you another method to find it. So suppose we need to find out a surface, okay, on the suppose there is a surface charge distribution like this, okay, and you want to find out the area element between this r and r plus dr, okay. So what you will get, so if you need to find out this volume, so this surface, then what you will get, just, if this is the width of dr, then you will get directly that this ds will be what, this ds will be, this perimeter is 2 pi r into this height actually, or you can say this is we can take it as a length is 2 pi r and width is dr, so 2 pi r dr. You will get ds in something like this, okay. Or you will get sometimes this dv also in this way. So if you imagine this is a disk, then you will get the ds, this area will, this portion will give you area, and if you take it as sphere, then this portion will give you the volume, so that will be dv, and in that case you will get dv, that will be 4 pi r square, the surface area, into the width is dr, so it will be 4 pi r square into dr, okay. So you will get directly from this geometry this ds and dv. But in general, if dv is depends on theta and phi also, so you have to use this kinds of relation, this general relation, okay, this general relation. So I have discussed this thing in mathematical physics in more detail, but here we will see that we need sometimes to solve problems, this dv, this ds, or this dv, okay. So let me solve one or two more questions such that you can understand the phenomena, okay. So let me give you a question involving surface charge density, okay. So what is the question? Question is given here, a charge density is given, okay. So rho, which is less than equal to a, so this charge density is given as r by a into rho 0, where a and rho 0 are constant, okay, a and rho 0 are constant, and that will be 0, okay, if rho r is less than a, okay. So less than a it will be greater than a, sorry, or greater than a it will be 0, okay. So actually here the charge density is given within the sphere, okay. This is spherical surface, there is spherical symmetry charge distribution, and we have to calculate the total charge, okay, calculate the total charge. So what is given, we have a charge distribution which have a spherical symmetry. It is said in the problem that we have a spherical symmetry and the charge distribution is given like this. So we have to calculate the total charge. So what you have to do, you have to just to find out Q, you have to use this integration, that is integration rho dV. Now you can find here, from here, the charge density rho is given R by A into rho 0, and R and A and rho 0 are constant, this R is variable. Okay, and it will, this charge distribution is given, and it will follow from 0 to A, because R less than equal to A. So if this is your sphere and this is a radius, then the charge is distributed within the sphere, and outside the sphere charge is 0. So your limit will be 0 to A, 0 to A, 0 to A. And what is rho? Rho will be R by A into rho 0. So it will be 0 to A into R by A into rho 0. And what will be your dV? I have told earlier that it will be 4 pi r square dr. Now if you take outside the constant from integration, that will be 4 pi rho 0 by A. Okay, and integration 0 to A, it will be r cube dr, r cube dr. So you have to just integrate this, and this, that will be back to the power 4 by 4, and that means it will be 4 pi rho 0 by A, and it will be A to the power 4 by 4. Okay, so you will get, finally this 4 will be cancelled out, so you will get pi rho 0 and A cube. So this will be your answer. Okay, this will be the total charge distribution for rho 0, A, pi, everything is constant. So this is the total charge. Okay, so now let me solve another problem also. So just if they given the charge distribution in different way, then what will be changed? The integration, the process of integration will be changed. So you have to technique some follow, and you know how to integrate something like this. So you have to just change your integration, the technique of integration, otherwise the concept is same. Okay, so here another one charge distribution is given, and the charge distribution is for electron cloud in atom. Okay, in an atom, the nucleus has the electron Jd, in a charge Jd, and the electron cloud have this charge, and that is minus Jd, okay, upon pi A0 cube, minus Jd upon pi A0 cube into e to the power minus 2r by A, into e to the power minus 2r by A. So you have this kinds of charge distribution, and as this is the electron cloud he has said, so this R will vary from 0 to infinity. Okay, so the electron cloud is something like this, is the nucleus, and the electron cloud is around the nucleus all over the space. So it will be vary from 0 to infinity. Okay, so the limit will be 0 to infinity. Now what kinds of integration you have to do here? So let me write. So you have to find total charge distribution. So Q will be what? Integration rho dV. Okay, and rho will be this, it is given. So rho will be just minus Jd upon pi A0 cube, into e to the power minus 2r by A. Okay, and dV will be 4 pi r square dr again. So whenever there is a spherical symmetry, you can directly use dV as 4 pi r square dr, and that will be integrated. We have to integrate from 0 to infinity. So your gamma function will come into picture. So it will be, the constant should be taken outside. So it will be minus 4 pi Jd, 4 pi will also be constant, divided by pi A0 cube, and within the integration we have 0 to infinity r square e to the power minus 2r by A dr. So obviously you can see this is your gamma function, this is your gamma function integration. So what will be this pi will be cancelled out, so it will be minus 4 Jd, okay, upon pi A0 cube. And now how you can solve it? So let me take it in this form. So you know the form of the gamma function is integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n minus 1 dx, and that will be gamma n. Okay, 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n minus 1 dx. So we have to arrange this equation in this way so that we can understand. So how you can take this, instead of r square, let me write it as 2r upon a. So you can write it like this, 0 to infinity, instead of r, okay, you can write it as like this, 2r upon a whole square, that means x to the power n into e to the power minus 2r upon a. So you can write it as r square. And now d of, what will be d of? So d of, you should have 2r by a. Okay, so this will lead you e to the power minus x means 2r upon a is x, so e to the power minus x into x to the power n minus 1. But you have r square here, but here if you take it square, then here is r square and here is r, so it will be r cube. No, it's okay, because d of r, d 2 by a into dr, so it will be okay. Okay, so what will happen? So this square, for this square, here 4 by a square is there, so you have to write here, it is extra term is here 2 by a whole square, so you have to take here a square by 4, and another 2 by a is here, so you have to put here a by 2. Okay, now this is okay, and this can be substituted by, instead of 2 we can write it as 3 minus 1, that will be x to the power n minus 1. So this integration is nothing but gamma 3. Okay, so what this is, this will be a cube by 8. Okay, and I think that will be 2r upon a0. Yes, these both are same. This will also be a0. Okay, so these all are a0, please correct it. So this will also be a0, so this is a0 cube and a0 cube will cancel out. Okay, this will be cancel out, and this 4 will be cancel out. Okay, so how you can write it? So see, so it will be this a0 cube will be cancel out, and 4 will be cancel out, so it will be jd upon 2 pi into what, gamma 3. I think something is mistake. Yes, there will be a pi also. Yes, this 4 pi, so pi will be cancel out, so there will be no pi here. Okay, there will be no pi here, so jd upon, and there will be minus sign also be there, so it will be minus jd upon 2 into gamma 3. Okay, and what will be gamma 3? You know that minus jd upon t 2, and gamma 3 is 2 plus 1, so gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n, so it will be minus jd upon t into 2 gamma 2, and this gamma 2 is 1, so this 2 will be cancelled out, and this is jd minus jd, so total charge q will be minus jd. And as you expected, because it is said that this is electron cloud, so we have to get this minus jd charge, because the nucleus has charge plus jd, so we have to get the electron cloud has charge minus jd. So this integration you have to do in different way, we can do the gamma integration. Okay, so here the challenging thing is just to do the integration, but everything is okay, because this is just straightforward integration rho dv. Okay, so now let me solve another problem, so that you can understand how you, in your examination, what kinds of problem they can ask behind these small topics. Okay, so this is a very easy topics apparently you can say, but the questions can be asked in different way. Okay, so here again given a circle. Okay, next question is given that a circle has a line charge density, lambda is equal to lambda 0 cos square theta. So this is given. Okay, line charge density is given here along its circumference. Okay, so we have to calculate the total charge. So calculate total charge. And what is theta here? So theta is just, I can give you the picture of it. So if this is the circle, and if this is any point, okay, so this is theta. Okay, so theta is the angle made by the radius with the initial line which is along the radius, or you can take it as x-axis. Okay, so you can see this a polar angle theta, and you can solve the problems in plane polar coordinate, because where the charge is distributed, so if you take a small charge element here, the dq charge element here, okay, so this dq have the position vector r and theta. So what you have to do, you have to just integrate. Okay, because if you take a small charge element there, then you have lambda is equal to what, dq by dl, actually dq by dl. Okay, so let me take this dl like this. So if you take it here, so this is the origin. Okay, and let me take this as dl. Okay, and this is theta, but this dl has making an angle d theta at the center. Okay, so and dq charge is here within this region. dq charge is there. So if the radius is r, and this will obviously be constant radius, so if the radius is r, okay, then you should have, it will be dl will be r d theta. Okay, dl will be r d theta. So dq will be what? dq will be lambda dl. Okay, where lambda is given as lambda 0 cos square theta, and this dl can be written as r d theta. So now you have to integrate on theta. Okay, the total variable is converted in terms of theta. So this will be dq. So q will be what? Integration lambda 0 cos square theta into r d theta. But r is the radius of the circle, and it is given, and it is constant. So it will be outside the integration. So lambda 0 r into integration cos square theta d theta. Okay, now what will be the limit of theta? So theta will vary from here to here. So from 0 to 2 pi. So theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi. So this is the integration that you have to solve. Okay, and this r is given here, theta is given, this geometry is given, and this charge distribution is given, and you have to just find out the total charge q. So you have to solve just this integration, and you know that is 0 to 2 pi. Okay, cos square theta d theta will be what? So you have to integrate this now. I think this will be 1. So let me find out what it will be. So q will be lambda 0 into r. So if you take 2 here, then you will get 0 to 2 pi 2 cos square theta d theta. Okay, and 2 cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta. So you can write it like this: lambda 0 r upon 2 into integration 0 to 2 pi into 1 plus cos 2 theta d theta. Okay, so the integration from 0 to 2 pi cos 2 theta will be 0, and for d theta it will be 2 pi. So it will be lambda 0 r upon 2 into 2 pi. So 2 will cancel out. So you will have pi r lambda 0, and this r will be the radius of the circle. So sometimes people write it, if given in the problem r is equal to a, then you can write it as pi a lambda 0. Okay, so that will be clear because a is identified as constant most of the time, and if you write it in terms of r, then sometimes you have confusion in the notation because small r is taken most of the cases for variable, and a or capital R is sometimes taken as constant. Okay, so this is given in your problems. The notation is not the problem, but the thing is that you have to integrate in this way. Okay, and the last problem that I am going to give you from these topics, and that is obviously there is a square. Okay, the charge distribution is now on the square, or you can say it's a square of side A. So let me take this as a square of side A, but the picture is given. So the origin is taken here at the center. Okay, at center, origin. Okay, center at the origin, and sigma is given as a function of xy. Sigma means the surface charge density is given as a function of xy, and that is sigma naught xy, and sigma naught is constant, and you have to find out the total charge. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to choose a small element here, and this you have to solve this problem in Cartesian coordinate because it is given here in the problem. The geometry is given, and this sigma is given, and you have to find out the total charge. So you have to, so this is the origin, it is also given in the problem, and you have to take a small element, that is the area dx dy, which is identified as ds, you can say. And what will be the position of this dx dy? So the position of this, and you can see if this is 0, 0, then it will be a by 2, and it will be minus a by 2. It will be minus a by 2. Okay, because this is square. Okay, this is just square. Okay, so and this dx dy has a position vector along this side x, along x axis, and along x axis y. So at x comma y we have a small area element dx dy. So now what will be the total charge? Total charge will be again integration sigma into dx dy. We know that is double integration will be here, and so sigma will be what? So sigma is sigma naught xy into dx dy. So now you have to write sigma naught is constant, so one is x dx and another integration is y dy, and the limit will be vary from minus a by 2 to plus a by 2, and here also minus a by 2 to plus a by 2. Okay, plus a by 2, and you can see from easily here that this is odd function and the limit will vary from minus a by 2 to plus a by 2. So this will be 0, this will be 0 also, so it will be 0. So the total charge will be 0, okay. So these kinds of problems they can ask in various competitive exam from these small topics. Okay, so it can be done more complicated by using this function, by giving this function in complicated way. So you have to sometimes go through this kinds of odd even function integration, sometimes beta gamma function. Okay, so everything can be happened, and according to this charge density. Okay, so this will be the sometimes function of r, function of theta, sometimes function of xy. So they can vary it, and they can check your ability to do integration. Okay, thank you.